Have you ever felt like you have all the potential in the world, but something is holding you back? Like you're smart, you're capable, but the big wins just seem to slip through your fingers? If so, you're going to want to hear the story of a young man named Ryan. Ryan Y, by all accounts, a brilliant student. He could grasp complex concepts in a flash and solve problems that left his classmates scratching their heads. Everyone, including Ryan himself, believed he was destined for great things. A prestigious scholarship exam was on the horizon, one that could pave the way for his entire future. He knew he had the intelligence to ace it. But Ryan had a weakness, a formidable adversary he underestimated: his lack of discipline. His study sessions would start with the best intentions, but a notification on his phone, a new video from his favorite creator, or just a random thought would send him spiraling down a rabbit hole of distractions. Hours would vanish, and by the time he looked up, the day was gone, and his books were still unopened. He told himself, "I'm smart enough. I'll cram tomorrow." But tomorrow always brought new distractions. The day of the exam came, and as Ryan sat staring at the questions, a cold wave of panic washed over him. He knew the answers were somewhere in his brain, but they were buried under layers of fragmented thoughts and half-remembered facts from his distracted study attempts. He couldn't focus. His mind, so used to jumping from one stimulus to another, refused to stay on task. The result was inevitable. Ryan failed. Not just failed, but failed spectacularly. The scholarship, his dream, was gone. The disappointment was crushing. It was a harsh wake-up call. For the first time, Ryan was forced to confront a difficult truth. Intelligence isn't enough. Raw talent, without the structure of discipline, is like a powerful engine without a steering wheel. It can generate a lot of noise, but it won't get you where you want to go. He realized that the missing piece, the secret ingredient he'd been ignoring, was discipline. Determined to change, Ryan knew he couldn't do it alone. He'd heard whispers about a man known simply as Coach Miller, a former athlete who now specialized in mental coaching. People said he had a unique ability to help others master their minds. Swallowing his pride, Ryan sought him out. He found Coach Miller in a quiet park, not in a fancy office. The coach was a calm, composed man with eyes that seemed to see right through you. Ryan poured out his story, explaining his failure and his desperate need to learn how to focus. Coach Miller listened patiently, nodding slowly. When Ryan finished, he didn't offer a complicated psychological theory. Instead, he led Ryan to a nearby archery range. He handed him a bow and a single arrow. "See that target?" he asked, pointing to the distant bullseye. "What do you see?" Ryan squinted. "I see the target," he said. "But I also see the trees behind it, the birds flying by, the people walking on the path, ... double quotes." "Exactly," Coach Miller interrupted gently. "And that's your problem. An archer who wants to hit the bullseye sees only the bullseye. Everything else, the wind, the noise, the distractions, fades into nothingness. Your mind is the archer, your goal is the target, and discipline is the act of aiming. To succeed, you must learn to aim your mind with singular focus, ignoring everything else." This simple metaphor struck Ryan like a lightning bolt. It was so clear. He hadn't been aiming his mind. He'd been letting it wander, shooting arrows randomly into the woods. He finally understood that discipline wasn't about punishment or restriction. It was about control and direction. It was about choosing your target and dedicating all your energy to hitting it. Seeing the understanding dawn on Ryan's face, Coach Miller smiled. "The mind is a powerful tool," he said, "but it needs to be trained. Are you ready to learn how to train yours?" Ryan nodded, a newfound determination burning within him. The journey to reclaim his focus had just begun. Coach Miller explained that building mental discipline isn't about some mystical secret. It's about following a few simple, practical rules. "Think of it as building a muscle," he said. "You can't lift the heaviest weight on day one. You start small and build consistently. I have 4 rules for you. They are simple to understand, but require commitment to master. Rule number 1, he began, is to control your thoughts. Your mind will constantly generate thoughts, many of them useless distractions. You don't have to follow every single one. Acknowledge the thought, and then gently guide your focus back to your task. Imagine you're the gatekeeper of your mind. You decide which thoughts get to stay, and which ones are shown the door. Rule number 2, create habits. Our brains love autopilot. Instead of relying on willpower, which is a finite resource, build a routine. Set a specific time and place for your studies, free from distractions. When the time comes, just start. Don't think about it. Don't negotiate with yourself. The habit will eventually take over, making it easier to get into a state of focus. Rule number 3 is crucial, Coach Miller continued. Stay away from distractions. This sounds obvious, but it's the hardest for most. You must be ruthless. When it's time to focus, put your phone in another room. Use apps to block distracting websites. Create an environment where focus is the easiest option. You can't win a battle against temptation if you invite the enemy into your camp. And finally, rule number 4, practice daily. Discipline is a skill, and like any skill, it improves with practice. Start with short bursts of focused work, maybe just 25 minutes. Then take a short break. Gradually increase the duration. Every day you practice, you are strengthening your focus muscle. Even on days you don't feel like it, do it anyway. Consistency is the engine of discipline. Ryan took these 4 rules to heart. He started by creating a strict study schedule. From 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every night, his phone went into a drawer in another room, and his computer was disconnected from the internet. The first few days were agonizing. His mind screamed for distraction. He felt a phantom itch to check his social media. But he remembered Coach Miller's words. Acknowledge the thought and guide your focus back. And so he did, again and again. He started with 25-minute focused sessions, followed by a 5-minute break. It was tough, but he stuck to it. Slowly, something began to shift. The urge to get distracted lessened. He found he could stay focused for longer periods. The 25 minutes became 30, then 45, then a full hour of deep, uninterrupted work. He was no longer fighting his mind. He was directing it. His grades began to improve dramatically. He wasn't just memorizing facts. He was understanding them on a deeper level. His confidence, once shattered, began to rebuild, this time on a solid foundation of hard work, not just natural talent. A year passed. Another important exam loomed, one that offered a second chance at a scholarship. This time, Ryan was a different person. He was calm, prepared, and in control. As he sat down to take the test, he thought of the archer. He saw only the bullseye. The questions on the paper were his target. Everything else faded away. His mind was sharp, clear, and focused. The results came in a few weeks later. Ryan hadn't just passed. He had topped the exam. He was awarded the scholarship. The feeling was 1,000 times sweeter than any success he had imagined before, because he had earned it. He hadn't just relied on his intelligence. He had forged it into a powerful tool with the fire of discipline. Ryan's story teaches us a profound lesson. Your mind, in its natural state, can be like a wild horse, powerful and full of potential, but untamed and running in every direction. It will take you nowhere. But if you take the time to train that horse, to guide it with the reins of discipline and focus, it will become your greatest ally. It will carry you steadily and surely toward any destination you choose. The power to achieve your dreams isn't just in your talent. It's in your ability to control your own mind. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content to help you unlock your potential. We'd love to have you as part of our community. See you in the next video.